Okay, welcome back to Custom Garage Build Series. This is our second video on the garage lighting. And as you can see, we've changed quite a bit. We've gone ahead and done pretty much a square, as you can see up here, with the exception of this end down here. It's offset for a reason. I wanted to bring it back away from the garage doors so that when the doors are up, I would still have adequate lighting if it's, you know, nighttime or summertime and I got the doors open and I need the lighting. As you can see, I still have the candlelight round can lights. I ended up ordering 4 of them and they came in and they were a little different style. They were designed for a can to snap up in. That one I've already pulled, and as you can see, these are designed to go in a 4-inch box and be wired in directly. So that's what I ended up ordering. They'll be here probably in the middle of next week, and we'll go ahead and change those out. They're going to be a 5,000 lumen. Hopefully that's going to be bright enough to coordinate with the ones that we already have up there. Now we've gone ahead and dropped one of the brackets for the garage door rails, and I have it right down here. And I'm getting rid of that erector set stuff. I'm gonna run a real clean piece of unistrut up at the ceiling, drop it down with brackets so it'll bridge over the lights in the middle there. And what it'll be similar to this track over here that I'm using. So we've got this offset here that we're gonna have to deal with. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna run a track. I'm thinking across the stud that this one's on, just to anchor it. Then I'm gonna drop it down and I'm gonna bring it across in a T-manner. And then I'm gonna drop down next to the other rail and extend it back to the end there. I don't know if you can see that in the video. You should be able to. And what we're gonna be using is this 1.5 inch unistrut down here that I was going to use while I'm using with the elevator. And this is kind of the same setup where you've got these right here that the unistrut will slide into and drop down. Actually, that's upside down. It'll be like this, and the unistrut will set down at the bottom, and this right here will anchor into hopefully a stud. So we'll put a couple of these, one at each end. This is a 10-foot length, and then I'm gonna go ahead, and this is gonna be my trolley going back and forth on the ceiling in the middle, like right dead center of the middle where those lights join together. Whoops. Right about right there. And they're gonna be, I'm gonna have, I'm hoping this right here, I can show it to you. This trolley that's gonna go back and forth, or something similar to this, that will roll inside of this channel. Let me get this a little closer here. So you'll have this inside here like this. So what that'll allow me to do is take my camera and I'll be able to reach up to the ceiling and grab the camera and move it back and forth throughout the room, angle it down, turn it different directions, and keep myself from having to walk around and move these tripods and trying to get everything, you know, to where it looks good in the video and you can see what we're doing. So that's where we're gonna stop for right now. I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna start on this this other section of the garage doors and getting this unistrut up there for the camera, and also to run the garage door brackets, tie those in. I talked about the other wall over there. I'll be able to get rid of that one over there on that far wall and just put a block of wood against the corner over there, a piece of 4x4, similar to what we did here. And that worked out real well. That's solid as it's gonna get. There's the way that track is designed, there's very little load on it. There's probably more left to right when the door's opening and closing than there is up and down because of the arc of the track. But we're gonna clean that up on the other wall as well. And stay tuned, and we will be back. Today, we're gonna do a little bit with the lighting, but mostly we're gonna just show you what we've gotten done. We had some changes. We tried to retrofit some brighter LED lights into the picture. As you can see, these are slotted for a 3.5-inch round box. These are almost impossible to find in a brighter, with more looms, I should say. So rather than try to fight finding these, which after 2 attempts I gave up, I've just decided to do this. If you look up there right now, you can see we've put a cover plate over the outlet because they're not really needed. So we just decided we'll just cover them up. They still have access to the wiring. Later on, if I want to find a round receptacle, I could probably put a round receptacle in there. But a square plug won't work anymore with a square plate because the holes are cut too wide. So that's where we ended on that. As you can see over there, they just don't work. They're kind of a, I don't know how to say it, like a soft white versus the LED daylight looking bulb. So, but what we have done is we talked about moving on with our mounting a track down the middle, actually, right between the lights, kind of right about center of these lights coming down. And what we've come up with is I've purchased a mount. Let me tilt this down to the table here. I purchased a mount that is used for, it's a universal projector mount. Okay, wasn't exactly what I needed, but it had enough parts in it that I could modify and make work. So what we've done is we've taken this part right here that would have normally screwed onto a base in the ceiling like this, and then the tube would have mounted from here down. We've taken and, let me tilt this up a little bit more. We've taken and cut this off flush here, took the remaining piece here, as you can see, it's chopped off on the back side here, nut and bolted that through this roller. Now this roller, hopefully you can see this, this roller will go into the unit strut like this, and this will be able to travel from one end to the other in a 10-foot length overhead, okay? Which will give me an overhead camera view down on everything that I'm working on in here, which should give us a little bit more video, better video, I should say. Now on the other end of it, this was a pivot point that came with it, and it was designed to nut and bolt to your projector. So what I've done is I've just mounted one of the plates that we use for the cameras, and hopefully this will work, and it might not. Let's see. Modify. Nope, there it is. Okay, so that, other than that screw hitting right there, it does mount in there. I might have to move that whole location. So what this will do is this will hang upside down, pointing downward at whatever we're working in the garage. And then this will mount in here, and this gets an Allen wrench in the side, like so. It snugs that down and holds that in place, I believe. Let's see. There's one on each side. Okay. So that keeps this pole anchored into this. So you can see where we're going with this. Now, this telescopes down. So once I get it up there, it can't fall out. It can only come down as far as it can come down. But as you can see, there's holes in here And what they've supplied you with is some screws to go through here and anchor it. Now if I decide that this one I probably would positively anchor, this one here I might want to adjust up or down from time to time. So this one I'll probably get a slide in, I call them Jesus clips, just something that I can pull out and change quickly without unbolting a nut and a screw out of there. But so that's the plan right now. And then, oh, of course, this will be nut and bolted into the top here at the bottom. The bolt will go through here and anchor the camera. And then this will be able to pivot left to right, back and forth, plus the camera can pivot. I can pretty much put this camera anywhere we need to put it. As you can see, we've gone ahead and mounted the rail on the ceiling up here, and looks like it's going to work out pretty good. All I have left to do is get the bracket on the bottom. I can show you how the camera mounts up. So this will set up in here like so. There it is. Okay. Like I said, eventually I'll probably get some different pins to adjust this, but it might be at a good height, I'm not sure. We won't know till we go ahead and shoot from it to tell whether or not, you know, it's going to be a workable height. It's all trial and error. I haven't seen anybody do anything like this, so I have nobody to base it on. So as you can see there, we can tip that camera down wherever we need it. That bolt right there, which I didn't think I'd need any more than that because I can always turn it sideways if need be. Most of the filming being done in the middle here, or off to the left or the right. So then we can take and slide it all the way down to the other end, right about there. And like I said, we can turn it and do whatever we got to do. But once it settles in, it should stay pretty still for video. Something like that. So that's pretty much a wrap on this. The next thing we'll be coming back and doing is working on those rails to hold the tracks for the garage doors, cleaning that up, getting that so it's not an eyesore. I really despise that angle iron stuff. I call it a rector set. We're going to go ahead and use some Unistrut, nice clean straight lines, bring it across, tie both rails in, and that'll be a wrap for that. So stay tuned for that. We're going to end this video here, and we'll catch you back on the next one. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell notification so you can get our next video when it comes through. Thanks for watching. Take care.